world and the United States need innovation now more than ever. But when innovation occurs, it must occur in such a way that it can be implemented by people with profound benefit, but with ordinary means. By that I mean that you can have a great idea, but it only means something special if people can use it to change their lives rapidly. The other thing is that innovation requires a kind of humble beginning. And that humble beginning is often falling on your knees to be able to ask God for an insight, a vision, an answer that you can't find anywhere else. That's how Sustainable Medical Missions started in 2010. In March of that year, being an orthopedic surgeon who's done many thousands of total hip and knee replacements, I was facing kind of a crisis in healthcare where we were seeing no way to really improve the rates of complications after major surgery. Things like infections or blood clots or drug addictions or falls in the hospital. Many of these things are the leading reason for people not to have a good result and for the cost of care to skyrocket. And it was one night in March that simply asking the Lord to provide an insight yielded the heart of the solution from a science standpoint for sustainable medical missions. So both in surgical science and in medical missions, this approach is different in that we basically say, Lord, provide us the means to be able to create solutions that anyone can use at any time, in any place, and with whatever they have. Sustainable Medical Missions is built on this concept called integrated clinical pathways, which is a way to build solutions and means of helping people with great science behind it and proof in terms of evidence, but it's arranged in such a way that an ordinary village, who we still regard as precious in God's sight, can take this method and use what they have with their own ways to specially implement solutions, along with world provisions of medications and other solutions, but do it in such a way that works so readily that anywhere, anyone with whatever healthcare problem they have, particularly neglected diseases, can begin to change their story. The story can change from misdistributed and misused medications to people that really never thought that anyone cared about them, when in fact, they've been in the center of God's heart and even in the center of those who trust God to discover new solutions and create new ways to help people. Sustainable Medical Missions is a set of pathways that allows people to have access to the world's best science and solutions in ways that work for them uniquely in their villages. And when this is coupled with Christian faith concepts, like who is Jesus? What has He done for us? Is prayer real and can it really be answered? So that people's hearts change and they can use the solutions more effectively, then massively significant improvements can occur. And this is why we are here. We are immersing ourselves in this country, this community, and this family to see how those who have been trained can actually do it better than we ever imagined. This is real, this is happening. God is pleased, we believe, and people are being newly healed in ways that can last and be transferred to generation upon generation. God hears us, He cares, and He wants to use us as His hands and feet in this world for the sake of medical healing, disease eradication, and soul saving. God is the healer, and He's the one who enables all that we do. God bless you.
I just love this trip. This is the first immersion trip that I've taken, and totally different. Really got to know the people so much more and experience life in Rwanda. Loved living at Emmanuel and Hope's house and eating their great food and playing with all the kids around the village. It was just such a wonderful time meeting all the people that were here and just seeing the smiles in their face as we waved out the window, and just experience Rwanda as they do, to walk in their shoes as they walk every day. And I'm just really looking forward to coming back, and hope you all do too.